Have you ever felt like you're just stuck? Like life is just handing you scraps and there's nothing you can do about it? Well, let me tell you a story that might just change the way you see everything. Picture a bustling city train station. Every day, amidst the rush of travelers, a beggar sat in the same spot, surviving on whatever loose change people would drop into his cup. He believed this was his destiny, his unchangeable fate. Day in and day out, the routine was the same. One afternoon, he saw a tall, sharp-looking man in a perfectly tailored suit walking towards him. This is it, the beggar thought. Someone like him must have a lot to give. He held out his cup with more hope than usual. But the man didn't drop in any coins. Instead, he stopped, looked the beggar in the eye, and asked a question that would echo in his mind for days. Do you ever give anything to anyone? The beggar was stunned. Give. What could he possibly give? The man in the suit leaned in slightly and said, if you don't give, you have no right to ask. Life is a trade. It's an exchange. Think about it. And with that, he walked away, leaving the beggar with a whirlwind of thoughts instead of money. Those words, life is a trade, hit him like a ton of bricks. He had never considered it that way. He always saw himself as someone who could only receive. Could it be that he received so little because he offered nothing in return? The idea was revolutionary. For days, he sat in his usual spot, but his mind was miles away, wrestling with this new concept. He had to give something back. But what? He was a beggar. He had nothing. Then, one morning, as the sun cast a golden glow over the station, he noticed a patch of vibrant, colorful flowers growing wild near the tracks. An idea sparked. It was a small, simple idea, but it was something. From that day on, whenever someone gave him money, he would reach over, pick a single flower, and offer it to them with a nod of thanks. At first, people were surprised, but soon a smile would spread across their faces. They didn't just take the flower, they held it carefully as if it were a precious gift. And something amazing started to happen. People began giving him more money. A single coin became a handful. A crumpled bill became a crisp one. They weren't just giving alms anymore. They were buying a flower, a moment of beauty in their busy day. He was no longer just a beggar. He was the flower man of the station. He learned a powerful lesson. When you provide value, you receive a reward. One day, he used up all the flowers. With nothing to give, he went back to simply asking. And just as quickly as it had started, the extra generosity stopped. People went back to dropping in spare change, ignoring him. The lesson was crystal clear: no value, no reward. A few weeks later, he saw the same tall man in the suit approaching. This time, the beggar wasn't just hoping for a handout. He had a few flowers he'd saved. As the man got closer, the beggar held out his cup with one hand and a beautiful red flower with the other. He said, "For a coin, this flower is yours." The man in the suit broke into a wide grin. He took the flower, placed a generous amount of money in the cup, and said, "Congratulations. You're a businessman now." Hearing those words, the beggar felt a surge of pride he had never known. He wasn't a beggar, he was a businessman. That single shift in identity changed everything. That very day, he packed up his meager belongings and left the train station for good. 6 months passed. At a high-profile business conference, 2 men in sharp suits bumped into each other. It was them, the man who had given the advice and the man who had taken it. They recognized each other instantly. The former beggar smiled and shook his hand warmly. "I was waiting for this day," he said. "I wanted to thank you. You didn't just give me advice, you gave me a new life. You taught me that even a beggar has something of value to offer. By changing my mindset from asking for help to providing value, I turned my begging cup into a business." His story is a powerful reminder for all of us. Success doesn't start with your circumstances, it starts in your mind. It begins the moment you stop seeing yourself as helpless and start seeing the value you can bring to the world. When you learn to give, to think bigger, and to believe in your own worth, your entire reality can transform. What value will you start giving today? Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that can help you change your life from the inside out. See you next time.